Hello YouTuber subscribers and friends. Well, it's been 48 hours since I've checked on this CLR and see how the CLR is doing. It's taking that rust off really good so far, just at the top here. If you want to see what it looked like before, check out my CLR part 1 and you'll see a big difference in the handlebars, especially like right up here in the corner. Up in this area it was really rusty. As you can see now, it's almost completely gone. Just need to scrub it like that with the toothbrush a little bit. You can see it coming off right here. Wow, it works really good. There's a big difference in this, what this handlebars look like compared to before I put it in CLR. I've never used CLR before. This was the first time, and I'm pretty much sold on it because how bad this stuff looked before I put it in. Now it looks like new handlebars again. This right here is scratches in the chromoly, but the rust is gone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all this stuff and then I'm going to go spray it off with the water hose. Let's see the seat, what it looks like. It's a big change in the seat. Let's go out in the sun and look at it. That looks really cleaned up. Before, I couldn't move this. Now it's moving. Just cleaned up. Yeah, look at that, all that prettiness. Prettied up there, won't you? With all that crap coming off on there. So I'm going to clean this up with the water hose. And it didn't eat whatever this material is. I think it's rubber. It didn't eat it. It's still good. And all that rust, man, that looked terrible before. Let's check out these forks. Yeah, they were all rusted too. Looking really good. Let's dig down in here and see what else we can find. These foot pegs look like brand new. Yeah, they were all rusty looking. Let's look at the seat post. The seat post was the worst out of all of them. Look at that, holy cow. You can see the chrome shining still. Man, that looks nice. Really 100% better looking what it was. Yeah, I'll leave a link to the part 1 and you can see what they look like before and what it looks like after. And it's looking really good. I am sold on this CLR. Now let's check out the chain. I put this chain in yesterday. This one didn't sit for 48 hours. It was on my baby bicycle and I couldn't even move it. It wasn't flexible at all. It was really stiff. It's about 50% better. This one I'm going to go put back in and leave back in, but the other chain, let's see what the other chain looks like. The other chain was even worse. I was going to throw it away. There you go. Look at this chain. It's all really, it's like limber now. It's not all stiff like it was before. It's moving around. I think I can clean it up with the brush and make it better, but I think if I leave it longer, maybe 2 more days, it'll get even better. It's really flexible right now, so I'm going to leave it longer in the CLR. Check back on that in a couple days because I'm in no rush with this chain and I want that chain to get even better like with this other chain. And once I get them out, I'll put some oil on them or something. Let's see what else we got in here. Yep, gooseneck looks good. Kickstand. Now the kickstand looks really good. There's no rust on that at all anywhere. This is just gouges in the metal. That's not rust. That looks really good. Let's see what else we got in here. Seat post, perfect. That was all rusted. Now this is the sprocket I had on my other bicycle. That rust is completely gone. All this is just grease now. Oops, dropped my bearing. Put that in the water, and yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to leave that in there, get all that grease off. Let's see all these bolts. Look at this. looked brand new. This thing right here was really rusted. This screws down, tightens down the gooseneck. It was really, really rusted. That was rusted too. It looks good. Took all this rust off. There's the other foot peg. Bolts are all rusted. They look really nice now. Drop my phone, my camera into the, not my phone, but filming this with my Fuji Fine Pix camera. Look at that, aluminum. Looks nice. Now all I got in here now is bolts and stuff that I'm going to take out. Everything looks brand new. You can see the CLR. It's not green anymore. It's dirty looking. Look at these bolts, how they shine. They were all rusty. So that, you know, you got a bucket of bolts, you know, get you some CLR and fill it in your can of bolts or whatever you keep your bolts in. It's the link to the chain. I'm going to leave that in there. But what else we got in here? Nothing else in there. Just the link to the chain. And I think I'm just going to leave this CLR like this. And this will be my thing where I throw all my CLR stuff in there. I'm going to put these chains back in here. And because there's such a big drastic change on this chain. I was at Walmart today and the chains at Walmart run from $10.99 to $14.99. And if I can save me 14 bucks on a chain that's really, really limber right now. Look at this chain, how, I mean, this is really, I couldn't do this not even a little bit before I put this in there. I mean, the bike wouldn't pedal because the chain was so bad. But look at that, coil right up. It's really, it's not stiffness to it at all. It's real moldable in my hand. Man, I just saved this chain's life. I'm going to leave that in there for a couple more days. I think the longer the better. And if I had a bigger tub, I'd just put the whole frame in there. But I can't. But there's my big mean green machine. I'm still working on my drift trike. The plastic, if you saw my drift trike series, the plastic broke right here where I had a bolt. Right here, it snapped. And then the back part snapped. So I'm going to wood next. And if I snap the wood, I'm going to steel. But right now, I'm going to go rinse this stuff off. Wash it off really good. And CLR versus rust. CLR wins in my book. I paid for $4.95 for that bottle of CLR. It was well worth it. And it's about 49 hours since I first put this stuff into the bucket there to soak in CLR. And the longer you do it, I guess the better it will be, because all this stuff looks new. I mean, that seat post, look at the first video, you'll see just how rusted that seat post was. And man, I just hit it with some sandpaper and spray paint that, and it will look perfect, man. There you have it, my CLR versus rust lost, CLR won. I'm going cleaning.